This lesson is an introduction into the color wheel with primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. We will also learn very simple watercolor painting techniques. We will be painting with markers. So first you're going to trace a circle shape like I did here. Then you are going to draw straight lines. If you don't have a ruler, you can use any straight edge. And I'm using a marker just so you can see it. You will want to do this with pencil first. So I'm drawing a straight line and I'm just guessing where the middle is on that circle. I'm turning the page and I'm drawing another straight line to make a cross. Then I'm going to create 2 more straight lines in each quadrant. So I have 4 spaces now in my circle, and I'm going to draw 1, 2 more lines in each of the 4 quadrants. Now I have 12 spaces, and we are going to start with the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. I'm going to put a mark where I'm going to put my red, yellow, blue. It is a circle, so it does not matter which one you put your red, yellow, and blue in, but there do have to be 3 spaces between each primary color. So red, skip 3, yellow, skip 3, blue. So there are 3 empty triangles or pieces of pie between each color. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to add my secondary colors. So I look at my red and yellow and I think, what does red and yellow make? Orange. So I put orange there. I am skipping 1 space on either side of the orange. Blue and red make purple. Notice I'm leaving 2 empty pieces between the blue and purple. Blue and yellow makes green, so I'm putting my green. Green, purple, and orange are the secondary colors. Now it's time for tertiary colors. So tertiary colors are between each of the secondary and primary colors. So purple and red would give us kind of a burgundy, but I don't have a burgundy marker. So I'm going to put down a little bit of red and a little bit of purple, just to remind myself that's what's going to go there. That's my tertiary red purple. Now blue and purple makes kind of an indigo, and I'm going to put down a little bit of purple and a little bit of blue. We're going to be adding water to our marker to create watercolor paint. So I'm just putting down a little bit of the pigment. I actually have a blue-green marker, a turquoise, and I put that between the blue and the green. Now I'm looking between the green and yellow, and I actually have a lighter green, which would be like a yellow-green, so I put that there. Orange and yellow makes yellow-orange, a tertiary color, and I have kind of a yellow-orange marker, so I'm just going to put that there. I don't have to blend 2 markers together for those. Now red and orange, I don't have a reddish-orange marker, so I'm going to put down a little bit of red, scribble, scribble, and a little bit of orange. Now it's time to paint. I have a little cup of water and a paper towel. I'm choosing a brush. I have a round brush and then kind of a larger flat angled brush. I'm going to use the larger brush. I spilled a little bit of water on the paper, but that's okay because we are watercolor painting. And I made a mistake here. I'm going right in with my paintbrush because I'm so excited to paint. And I forgot to put down more marker. The initial markings are just to show you what color goes where. You actually want to put down a little bit more marker than that. So I should have put a little more marker and then started painting so that it's not too transparent. Transparent means you can see through it. I wanted it to be a little more opaque. That means that you can't see through it. So I'm just blending that marker pigment up with my watercolor paint. This is a great exercise for watercolor painting before we actually get the watercolor paints out, because we can practice switching colors and washing our brush. You'll notice that I always sweep. I never tap on my water container because I don't want to splatter the water. Also, it shows us how the water actually picks up the pigment and moves it around the page. So you'll learn a little bit of control techniques with your water and your brush before we get out the watercolor paint. So I'm putting down a little more pigment with my marker and adding some more watercolor paint there. Now, when we do this, we are not going to have the markers and the water cups out at the same time, because when you put the markers directly in the water, it will ruin the marker. So we want to put the marker on the page and then move that pigment around with our brush. So you can watch how I do it here. This is how you want to start. You want to start by adding some more pigment with the marker, and then going in with your water and just kind of learning and watching and practicing control of where that pigment goes when you add the water. If you watch right here where I'm kind of scribbling, putting some more pigment down with my marker in each space and then going over it with water, if you look really closely, you can kind of see how the water moves the pigment around. It's the same when we start to use our watercolor paints. We're going to see how the water moves the paint around the page. So when you're watercolor painting, if you start to get like a dry brush or a scratchy effect, if you add more water, not necessarily more paint, it will move around the page easier for you. And that's all. Enjoy.